Hello everyone. Today we are going to see one of the important topic of irrigation engineering, that is investigation and reservoir planning, which is from unit number 4 and the subject code is 1615505. So by the name suggest investigation and reservoir planning. So what does the term investigation means? Investigation means to verify, to check. हिंदी में बोले तो जांच करना, किसी भी चीज़ को जांच करना. और next is reservoir planning. What is reservoir? The water which can be stored, and that water, same water can be used for future purposes, just for irrigation purpose. That is known as a reservoir. And the planning means पहले से सोच करके उसको execute करना, that is planning. So hello, this is Samuel Prakash Swami working for Civil Department. So let's move into the content part. So in this topic we are going to see about investigation reservoir planning, what is that and how it is done. Next is what all the survey which we used to carry to execute the planning, that is survey for irrigation project, data collector for irrigation project. Okay, so what all data we collect by doing survey, that is very important. So this was the content which we are going to see in this video lecture. So next is detailed content of investigation and reservoir. As we all know, if you need to draw, if you need to make or construct anything such as a reservoir or a dam or a canal or anything irrigation project, first of all you should know the area which is where it is situated. As we all know, first one is runoff characteristics. Again, what is runoff? As we all know, if there is a persistent rain, if a continuous rain is there, the amount of runoff will be more. If rain is very slow and it is where runoff is not possible, means higher the rain, the more the runoff is there, and lower the rain and lower the runoff is there. So by this we can study the stability, like where we are going to make this. So it is given after consideration must be given to runoff characteristics. Runoff characteristics means कि जिसमें बहाव की क्षमता हो सके, ठीक है. And we should know the catchment area, where is the catchment area, and what is the water tightness of the basin where we are going to construct the irrigation project. Next we should know the topographical map of that area. What is topographical? As you people know, that topography means the salient features of the respective region where you are going to carry out the project. Okay, so anything like you should know how many water reservoir are nearby locality. You should know everything in topography. Next that is initial estimate of a storage capacity, like you should know how much you can store, so accordingly you can design a the dam or a reservoir by keeping the mind of topographical map and aerial photographs through which you can obtain the necessary data which you have while you have required during surveying. Okay, next you have to see the catchment area and drainage densities can be determined by maps and air photos. As we all know, like if you need to construct anything related to irrigation project such like a reservoir or a dam, first of all you should know, you should check it, investigate it, how is the area. You need to check the topographical map. For that you need to have a clear photography, that through aerially, like from the sky by drone you can capture the particular region where you are going to carry out the project. Next is reservoir volume can be estimated by planimeter area upstream. Like what is planimeter? Planimeter is a device where you can estimate the area, like how much water can be stored in upstream side. So first of all you should know what is upstream. Upstream means the river from where it flows from up higher altitude to lower altitude. As we all know, river never flows back, it flows front only. So from where it flows, that is upstream side, and where it goes, that is downstream. So we have to keep everything in our mind, that and through the contour. So first of all you should know what is contour. Contour is an imaginary line where equal elevation is joined. Okay, so that is contour. So we have to keep in mind all these points while doing investigation and reservoir planning. So next is, you can see in this picture as it is drawn or made, you can see this is downstream side DS and this is up the upstream side. So the water flows from this side to this side as it goes. So this is a as you can see it's a small dam where it is used for storing water. So we have to keep this in mind. Next is, what is reservoir planning? We all know reservoir planning means first of all the term planning means thinking something for the future users, as it is given for the best and efficient design of irrigation project. The investigation is must, so it is carried out in a 3 stage. So I will be dealing with the 3 stage of survey that you all have already studied in your 3rd semester. So what all survey you need to carry out to design any project or any plan any project. That is, first one is recognition survey, second one is preliminary survey, and third one is detailed survey and construction survey. You can say both, okay? Or so we are going to see all these 3 surveys, okay, one by one. So next is recognition survey. So let me explain you with a small example what is recognition survey. It is also called as a walking survey. Means you just recapitulate without any device. You just think in a mind that where you are going to do irrigation project. You have to know the silent features of the given topographical map. What is the existence of the area, how the size of the catchment area and vegetation, what type of vegetation is practiced in that area, what is the soil type and slope, existing pond in nearby. So you need to see all this the thing while you do a recognition survey. Means कि अगर recognition survey को हिंदी में बोले तो ये means कि आप अपने विचार में सिर्फ रखते हो कि भाई यहाँ पे ये अवेलेबल है, ये अवेलेबल है, और सारे को ऑन फ्यूचर में आपको जब आप प्रिलिमिनरी सर्वे करते हो तब ये आपको काम आता है. तो दैट इज नोन एज recognition survey. As you can say that this is the aerial photography where the region particular place is known, like here is the hostel or a building, or here is the field, something like it's through aerially it is measured. Okay, next one is preliminary survey. So what is preliminary survey? Preliminary means stage 1 survey, where you need to carry out the supervision by using modern instrument and to get out the desired result for the given project. Okay, so what all you do during preliminary survey, you just divide into 3 parts. Like first one is engineering survey, second is hydrological survey, and third one is geological survey. As you can see, a man with the tripod stand with the measuring devices through which they know trying to know the level and which area require which is given in this pictures. Okay, so let's move into the engineering survey. What is done in engineering survey? So as a term suggests engineering, and engineering means doing something technically. Okay, so by use of any instrument such as a plane table survey, traverse survey, aerial and photographic survey, the main aim of the survey is to prepare a map. Okay, what is the main aim? To prepare a map of the given location through which you will understand the water spread in that area. What is water spread? How much area is under water? That is known as a water spread. And you will try to understand, if we make a irrigation project, what would be the capacity of that given reservoir. Then you need to select the suitable site where you are going to construct the project. Next one is site for a waste weir and outlets. Means ki there should be a, in case of flood or there should be a discharge like which can be used through weirs and outlets. The water could be discharged, as we have seen in MFD. What is MFD? Maximum flood discharge. In the month of rainy season, the river tides are on high, and which causes flood in the several places and areas. So in engineering math we will be dealing about this. Next one is hydrological survey. So as the name suggests, hydrological dealing with the water. So waterway survey you will be doing. In this you will be knowing what are the essential points you need to keep in mind. Is the where you are going to make the site, how much efficiency it has to store the water. Okay, so to study the runoff pattern and its estimate yield. So you will study first what a runoff pattern. What is the runoff pattern in that area? In which place you are going to construct the project, you should understand the runoff pattern, like where you will construct that the water from all the area will come and store in the catchment area, and that water can be used for irrigation purpose. And the next is to estimate yield. Through that water, how much land would be irrigated. You will you will calculate by that. As we, for example, you can use that if I am going to make a dam or a reservoir and the cultivated area is 10,000 hectare, so the area would be under irrigation by that particular river is 10,000 10,000 hectares. Okay, so this should be kept in mind. Okay, next is to determine maximum discharge. What is the maximum discharge of the given area? That can be kept on mind, like how much area would be irrigated, how much water would be discharged from the particular reservoir. Next is to determination of hydrographs and the flood worst flood, like in case of heavy flood, where that water would be diverted or it without affecting the irrigation field. So in hydrological survey, you keep in mind both the things, like when there is no water, how you are going to provide, and when there is water, how you are going to keep it and divert it. Okay, that can be done in hydrological survey. Next one is geological and exploration survey. So geological means physical property of our earth. As we all know, the physical property, where you will be studying about the survey inspection and surface mapping, like which area you are going to make and what is the what all map in under the map, what all the area is coming, you will note that, and you will do surface exploration. You will try to understand what is subsurface below the surface of the earth. You will explore what is available near that. Then in the subsurface exploration, the given information, that is water tightness of the basin, like how is the water tightness. If we keep a water, is it percolating, वो सोख रहा है कि नहीं सोख रहा है, उसको हम लोग इसमें जांचते हैं. Next is stability of the foundation of the dam. What type of soil is available in the particular place, that how will you which type of foundation will you use, that it will maintain the stability of the dam. Next is a faulty structure in the basin. Sometimes when you construct and there is a faulty structure, it may cause a problem. Okay, next is type and depth of overburden. You have to calculate what is the overburden and what all should be required while doing that. Next is groundwater condition in that region. You should also understand that what is the water table, in the given area. As we all know, we are running short of water, we have to preserve water too. Next is location of quarry site and construction material. You have to also mention, and you have to think which area you are going to construct, or what is the quarry site and the location in the geological and exploration survey. Next one is detailed survey. In detailed survey, what all you have thought in recognition survey and preliminary survey, that is put into the paper, and the design criteria and the estimation is done in detailed survey. So these are the three surveys which we consider while doing any irrigation project. Next one is survey for irrigation project, data collected for irrigation project. What all the data you should require while doing any irrigation project? First of all, you should examine the water availability. Like if you are making anything, you should try to know what amount of water is available in that area. What is like if it is not useful, it is waste of money. So we have to think in that way. And then you have to examine the topography. So you all know what is topography. Topography is the physical representation of the like salient features of the given region, okay, where you are going to construct the irrigation project. Next is the selection of site. It is a very thoughtful thing, that selection of site, like which place you are going to make, and it should be cost efficient, and it should be watertight. Everything comes under that. It depends on a selection of site without harming the harmony of the nature. Next is river gauging. River gauging, all we know, like we will understand like what will be the amount of water will be stored in future. Like in future, if an engineer is constructing a dam or reservoir where the maximum flood discharge would be around 200 feet, but it is not but after 5 years the MFD is around 500 square feet. So what will happen? It will cause a problem. It will be failure to the reservoir. So we have to think everything in while doing river gauging. Next, marking of CCM. What is CCM? You will mark the control level in that. So we will be seeing this in the further slide. Then marking the tentative alignment, like what will be the alignment, how will you maintain the contour laterals. Next is you will be doing again the recognition survey, preliminary survey, and final location survey, and the final survey report will be prepared, and it would be signed by the Government of India, PWD, and that work would be proceeded further by the given engineers. Okay, next is to we have seen the examine the availability of water. You will examine the availability of water on which river, what is the type of river, it is perennial or non-perennial. So you should understand what is perennial. Perennial means the river is with water whole year, that is known as a perennial. Not perennial means only seasonally he has water. That is also can be studied and it can be understood, and how much area would be irrigated by using that water. Next is examine topography. Similarly, you will examine the silent feature of the given area, like where is the mountain, hills, or buildings, or a river, lakes, and a valley, or a plain of the given region. You will be examining in the topography. Then next is selection of construction site. While selecting, you will be keeping in mind the what type of soil is there, what is the bearing strength of the soil, which type of foundation you're going to make, is it the soil capable of bearing the load or not, what type of structure you're going to make. That all kept in mind while an availability of laborers in that given region also, that can be kept in mind while selection of construction site. Next one is river gauging. As we all know, what is river gauging? River gauging is measured for water discharge at a point, like how much water you are discharging from a point. Where you will how will you can calculate that? We all know the discharge capacity, that how much water is discharged. What is HFL, LWH? HFL is a high flood level and low flood level. It depends on the season, how much amount of runoff pattern is there. Accordingly, you can find the river gauging. Next one is marking of CCM. CCM is cultivable command area. How much amount of area would be cultivated by the given river, that is kept in mind, and that through the marking of CCM you can easily calculate the given budget of the that irrigation project. Next is marking of tentative alignment. What is alignment? Alignment is making the way and choosing the right way where water will be easily flowing from upstream to downstream. So this alignment marks would be cover the whole area where there is a cut in the canal. We have to consider everything. Alignment should be minimize the earth filling and the cutting cost. As we all know, alignment plays an important role. It also directly or indirectly affect the cost also. If you select a site where the river is large but and it is plain, where you can think like we can construct in 100 crores, but similarly if the river has a narrow valley where you can construct the same bridge or a dam for a 50 crores. So that should be kept in mind, and it should be designed accordingly by keeping in mind the alignment of the given irrigation project. Net what type of river is there, what type of road and railway to nearest to the place. So the marking of tentative alignment should be noted. Next is final survey report for irrigation project. So what all you need to produce after doing all this survey, investigation, research planning? You need to give an introduction to the topic. You need to justify the project, what you are going to make it, and then you have to give the detailed worksheet for all the earthwork, compensation, headwork, everything. Then you have to give detailed specification about the project. What is the project? How is going to carry it out? How many days it will take to complete? You have to just go through everything, and you have to also calculate the benefit of the project, like how much benefit is that engineering project or irrigation project is going to give to the public of the or to the country. That should be kept in mind. So these were the you can see a river by this diagram. This is the upstream, and the area dam is constructed or reservoir is constructed where water is stored, and some water is left through the sluice gate, and this water can be used for irrigation project. And in future, when there is no rain, the same water can be used for irrigation purpose by diverting through the canal. So these were the topics we have covered in this chapter. So what all you need to submit while doing this project? You need to submit the general map of the given area. Next, you need to submit the route survey map, like what is the route, how will you approach that area. You need to give that survey map. Then you will be marking the longitude of the section of alignment, what type of alignment is there, how much estimation is cost. Next, you need to verify the cross section of alignments, contour map of alignment, then drawing of the dam, like how you need to draw a plan or a diagram where you need to keep everything in mind, what type of cross drainage, everything should be kept, and it should be calculated. So these were the topic which we have covered under this topic class, that is we have dealt about the investigation and reservoir planning. Then we have studied about the survey of irrigation project and the data collector for irrigation project. So these were the topic which we have gone through this class. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the doubt session. So I have made this slide by using this reference book. That first one is Irrigation and Water Power Engineering by Dr. B.C. Punamia, then Santosh Kumar Garg, and I have also referred online source, that is google.com. So if you have any doubt, we will be seeing in the online doubt classes also. Thank you. Have a good day.